Welcome back to Civilization 6. We're playing as Nepal. It's the Renaissance era. Let's just get right into it. Now, one of the last things we did in the medieval era was purchase this Gurkha. That helped us get to the Golden Age era score limit. Now, just a reminder of what the Gurkha does is it's a unique melee class unit bought with faith that gains combat strength every time you construct an encampment building for the first time. Right now, it's at only 25 melee strength, so that is weaker than most of my units at the moment, but it will get significantly better as we complete this encampment and fill it out. It also gets 50% extra experience from combat in enemy territory, and 50% extra experience from combat on a continent different than the capital. Now that second part should be pretty easy, considering that our capital's continent is just this little area right here. The reason that's so important is because the Gurkha has lots of unique promotions, some of which don't involve combat at all, and I think are actually diplomatic in nature. And so that's kind of still the goal. So maybe we can use it to clear out, I don't know, there's some barbarians down here. I think I'm going to just send it on an adventure to see if we can't give it a little bit of experience. In the meantime, we also have now acquired San Antonio for free. America settled this city, and it flipped almost immediately to us, Nepal, because we are completely surrounding it. So we finally have a city on Lake Retba, which is granting us a little bit of gold, thanks to Terra Mirabilis and this unique ability of Lake Retba. We also purchased this galley here, so we might as well, I guess, explore the tiny little bit of this ocean that we haven't discovered already. That's not going to be much. That's fine. And then we also levied Geneva's troops once more. Maybe we can finally get this tribal village out here. And then let's keep exploring this territory out towards Nubia. I am in monumentality once again because as Nepal, which is so perfectly suited to exploit monumentality, I had to do it one more time. We can keep building settlers and keep filling in all this land here, as kind of mediocre as it might be. It's still worth getting the cities. And then let's check out Zimbabwe's land. Finally met the last civ. That's really what enabled us to get the Golden Age. All right, let's improve some of these sea resources here. And we also purchased Byzantium, of course. That'll enable our capital to get started on a new district right away. And I think I'd like that to be the industrial zone. So I will pop that down just to lock in the price, but then go back to the wonder that we're trying to build. Also, Imhotep is available, and I could try and save up to buy that before the Rosvi Empire gets it in 13 turns. I would love that. That might help me get either Patala Palace or another wonder much faster and more reliably. All right, we got Muscat down here. I'd love to chop out this encampment. Great, we actually got a boost for that, and then get working right away on the barracks, I suppose. I could plop down another district first, though. That would be a good idea. There's no good GAR locations just because of the lack of... Actually, that's not true. I could put one there if I swap out that tile. Decent GAR. All right, we've researched the Enlightenment. And what are we working towards? Nothing in particular, I suppose. Colonialism's always nice for the extra production from fishing boats. We do want to make sure San Antonio's growing. I'm going to make sure they don't work the lake tile. Yeah, that'll be better. Let's improve. We got the abalone, the stingrays. These are luxuries from the Sucratax Oceans mod. She can then sell, so we already have copies of them, it looks like, for gold up front. That way I can buy another builder soon, help improve San Antonio's lands. I'm actually going to delete this galley. I think it's just costing me gold per turn, and it's not doing me anything. So I'm going to delete that unit. I could technically canal here, but what's the point? Canal two small inland seas together. Just for fun maybe later on, but I don't need the boat now, just costing me resources. Let's go ahead and get, let's get a builder out of this city that has the surveyor in. We can send that north to San Antonio. All right, Zimbabwe. Now what is Changamire Dombo's agenda? He likes civilizations that pillage. Okay, well, don't think he's going to like me at the moment. Let's see if we can't get some open borders with him. Yeah. Great. All right, I have reconverted Lahana with that missionary that I had just sitting around and I'd forgotten about. That means I can now repurchase science buildings and culture buildings with faith, if I'd like to do that. Although I still am in monumentality, so it's always a question of what's more important now. And I still want to save up for settlers. Jesuit education can wait. Time to finally get the Gar in Lahana. Now, how much faith do I need to purchase a settler? I need 570. That's fine. We can wait. Harare. Pokhara is still losing loyalty. It's still losing loyalty, but we just need some of these cities to grow, and that'll fix it. It's not really doing anything right now. It's completely locked out of growing or building anything. Yeah, both these civs, America and Byzantium, getting golden ages. That's rough. I'm really glad I got a golden age as well. All right, let's do a little bit more chopping here. And there, we got the stable. So, where is our Gurkha? Here it is. Yep, it is now at 45. So it went up by, let's see, went up by 20, I think. I don't know if it's affected by it being embarked at the moment. We'll check back in a minute. Now I'm actually going to go immediately onto the armory. Let's see if we can't make these Gurkhas as strong as possible, as quickly as possible. I'm liking the look of Rosvi's territory here. All right, new great person, a great writer, of course. It looks like the great engineer went. Someone purchased it already. The one that Imhotep, Wonder Builder. Maybe we can find another one. Although, of course, Leonardo da Vinci is very good as well. Built a trebuchet, not sure why. Just kind of building up for war that may or may not happen. It's up to me, of course. We got a really nice campus over here. Of course, that was the okay food tile. This city will struggle for food. But that's all right. We can purchase another settler. Let's go ahead and do that. And try and bring him up here. We need more amphitheaters. We have all these great writers. And in order to get more great amphitheaters, we need more faith to purchase them with Jesuit education. And in order to get more faith, we just need to build more of our theater squares, which give us more faith. I still haven't given up on Mahabodhi Temple. That would give me a couple great diplomacy points. But I need to build another holy site in order to do that. I believe no one else has built it yet. I should check that. Oh, never mind. It's not done yet, but it looks like Byzantium is going to do that unless something happens here. Yeah. Hey, look at Sinope. Wow. Sinope is almost falling, but so is Mamel Mapu is being sieged. Are they like sieging each other? That's interesting. All right, we got mercantilism. Allows us to build lumber mills on rainforests and a couple other things. Yeah, camps get better. Let's go, I think straight for colonialism. 2 envoys as well are nice. All right. And now I can improve, finally get a jade in our empire, if I can be so close for so long. We've discovered Valletta. Well, that's a great trade city-state. Being able to purchase city center buildings and encampment buildings with faith. Although I do have a lot of faith sinks at the moment. A lot of faith sinks. Byzantium is making more progress against Anshan. If they capture it... Now, first of all, I don't know for sure. There are so many little things, but I think I need to have some kind of stake in Anshan. Okay, I am technically friendly with Anshan, which I think means that I have a stake there if it gets captured. Hopefully, if they capture it, I can start or join an emergency. We'll see if that actually happens. All right, this is an interesting Summus Magnus Great Artist that doesn't actually give you any artwork. It just gives you appeal to your tiles. I'll go ahead and take it. I'm making a lot of artist points. I don't know. It might be useful. You know, if I pivot to Cultural Victory and go for some national parks, I can definitely use that. So I'm just going to put him over here and just forget about him. Hopefully not forever. All right, I am going to use some faith now to purchase an amphitheater here. And enable me to
flowers surround me.
Finally create some great writing, works of great writing. I could also actually, I should just go ahead and purchase a monument. That'll help with the loyalty a bit more. All right, tribal village. Hey, naval tradition. That's a really ancient tech or civic. That's fine. Nubia looks like it's doing very well here. Although and Zimbabwe too, but their yields aren't that high. America somehow is doing really well on science, and I'm not sure how. I mean, they only have a handful of cities. Baltimore's brand new. They finally built their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th city, not including San Antonio. But somehow their science is just skyrocketing. That is part of the reason. That campus next to a thermal fissure and a garden, that's doing really well. They obviously have natural philosophy in. Okay, Dombo sending us a gift. A detachment of Rosvi, 12 by 12. This delegation will serve as your guard. Sure. Thank you, Zimbabwe. Anshan, Byzantium. They're getting close. They have melee units here, actually. Hopefully they can... I'm rooting for them to do some capturing, just so that I can liberate them. That's the weirdness of the diplomatic victory. You're not actually interested in peace. You're interested in war so that you can say, no, bad. It's really funny, and I don't know if it's rooted in anything in real life. Maybe. Whoa, look at all those pyramids. That's beautiful. Interesting that the capital itself is not that great, but these cities here are doing pretty well. Kandy, excellent. I should be paying attention a bit to what their quests are. There's so many city-states. All right, Byzantium. Can you do it? Oh, you're so close. Next turn, maybe this knight will get it. And we can now get Ibn Battuta, a great merchant from Summus Magnus. Receive +1 faith for every 4 tiles a trade route travels. That sounds amazingly powerful. All our trade routes, no matter if they're international or domestic, will get 1 faith for every 4 tiles they travel. That's kind of like Hunza, but with faith. Let's see how this works. So actually, we had a trade route just finish here. And I do want to continue trading with city-states, thanks to Kamasi. So let's see. Yeah, we can trade with Zanzibar once again. 7 gold, 7 culture, and then I think the 3 faith, yep, is from Ibn Battuta. We could also trade instead with Anshan, who's about to die. Maybe not. There are lots of trade route quests. Maybe we could try sending a trade route to one of them instead. Now, I don't know if I can reach them from Gurkha. No, I can't. But it would be worthwhile. Let's see. If I go to available routes, I can then sort it by city-states with trade quest. So if I want to trade with, say, Mohenjo-Daro, I could send it from Kageshwari, Hatauda, Bharatapura, Lalitapura, Katamadan, and Mahendra-Nagara. Which one is the biggest? Fortunately, not from Kalaya. The biggest city I have here is actually Bharat or Lalitapura. I feel like Lalitapura is going to be growing most. So I'm going to send this trade route from there to Mohenjo-Daro. And by the way, yes, this Gurkha is only at 40 because now it's no longer embarked. So 40 is the plus 15 I got from building this barracks, I think. Or was it stable? Either one. Barracks. And that should go up to now 55 when I finish the armory. All right, let's get another builder with the +2 from serfdom and then the +1 from the surveyor. Nice +6 builder. Love that. Always so good. I do want to also purchase this niter tile because these tiles are just unbelievably amazing. $119 faith per turn and 117 gold per turn. Very close to each other. I like that faith per turn. Hey, they did it! That might affect my loyalty here, actually. Yeah, it is. How dare you? How dare you, Byzantium? Yay! Available proposals. We can do it. Let's do it. Yeah, absolutely. 100. So the cost is increased with this mod. I don't know why they decided, the mod creator decided to increase the cost of proposing an emergency, but they did to 100. I think it's like 20 or 30 in the base game. But that's fine. It makes, you know, it makes favor even more valuable. But let's absolutely do this. Everyone hates Theodora, so it should pass. And then I need to get my military ready. Thankfully, I do have a levied army right here that I can start upgrading. I would like mercenaries. I don't have mercenaries yet. That will enable me to upgrade my units for half price. I can get that in 2 turns. And then these Genevan units will be really good because of the diplomatic foreign ministry, the foreign ministry building. So they have +4 combat strength from that. I have a slinger here as well that I can upgrade. A levied crossbowman. Yes. Oh, this is very conveniently placed too. Now, where's my Gurkha? Here they are. It's also on a foreign continent, which is beautiful. Hopefully, we can get my Gurkha highly promoted. I would love to buy another one. They are expensive though, 580. I also have to be careful about this settler here. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm really happy I finally got an emergency to, well, at least to be able to propose one. Join one. Now I just need to make sure it passes. All right, so I will send this trade route to Mohenjo-Daro for the envoy and the gold, culture, and faith. That'll only get better as this city builds more districts, thanks to Kumasi. Delicate Arch. Now, Nubia has that and lets them purchase land for 20% cheaper with gold. They do have a very, well, wide empire, lots of land. These are some beautiful pyramids. And look, they're the big pyramids too. I love this Nubian territory. All right, now that we are planning on going to war, do I want to change my government at all? I definitely am keeping monarchy. Do I want to actually produce units? I don't think so. I think I'm going to go for levied troops and then like Gurkhas and stuff, which I get with gold. I mean faith. So I don't need production towards troops. This number lies because it includes levied units, which you actually don't pay maintenance for. So ignore that, I believe. Serfdom's still good. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I'm not going to be buying a lot of builders soon. I'd rather be spending my gold on military improvements. I could go try again with this amenities. Raj is not terrible. Logistics also is maybe not terrible. I'm just going to go for straight gold for Merchant Confederation. 30 gold per turn. Nothing to scoff at. That boosts my gold per turn by, I don't know, like a third or a fourth. That's significant. Wow, rebellion and oh my gosh. I might have to recapture Pokhara as well. This city has been quite the trouble. What else can I do there? I could have put in some policies to help keep it. But wow, 3 turns. Oh, of course, I can convert it to my religion. That would help a lot. So many things to do with faith and gold. Okay, hold on. It's just going down. It's minus 3.5. Praetorium would bring it down to minus 1.5. Limatne as well. Do I just want to try and hold on to this? I want to spend 2 policy cards to bring this into positive loyalty. Is that worth it? Maybe I'll just waste 1 policy card to just keep it from going down too quickly. This isn't really doing that much. Fine. Yeah, I don't want to lose it. Let's see what happens if I do this. That should help. Oh wait, no, I need to keep a unit in there. Hey, I got units like, okay, I got units all over my empire that I need to bring over to the east now. Like even, why did I bring this battering ram all the way over here? It's going to take ages to get across. Huh. Silly. Okay. Alright. Because this city is now loyal, I can kind of hold off on the religion question and instead devote my faith to buying Gurkhas. Okay, this is risky. See that? There's a Byzantine knight here. That could definitely capture this settler if I declare war on them next turn. So I'm actually just going to withdraw for a minute from settling there. Look at all this land that Rosby got. Oh, that would have been nice last game. Although, I can't complain about land this game. I'm doing very well for land. Alright, special session, and I'm actually allowed to participate. Now, how much favor do I have to spend to get this to go through? Theodora has 45. So that means that they can get like... I should probably only have to spend like maybe 4, but... Or even less. But I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna spend 100 favor. You know, if this doesn't go through, then that's 6 points that I lose. There we go. Beautiful. Now, who is involved in this? Lots of people. What I love about emergencies is that we get peace, open borders, and shared visibility with all the members. So the visibility is really cool. So now we can see Greek, Mapuche, and American territory as if we were military allies with them. Which really explores the map for us. Look at beautiful America, small but tall. Greece, also doing not amazing, but okay. Actually, they got pretty good culture. Surprising lack of acropolises, which I don't like. There's one. There's another. Okay. There's another one. That's a pretty good one. And then Mapuche territory. They also are very small, actually. Looks like they've been having a lot of bar problems, not to mention the fact that they've had all these cities destroyed and taken from them. Looks like Byzantium refounded the city that they, for some reason, razed earlier. That's fine. But they're not the ones. I would see the Mapuche troops here if they would actually tearing down Sinope. It looks like that's probably barbarians, like these crazy barbarians here. Same thing with Mamu Mapu. That might be barbarians as well. So, oh, finally, a battle. The justified war. My Gurkha is still far from the front lines. We just unlocked mercenaries, which is fantastic timing. Let's get professional army in there. Actually, I'm going to keep the wall building one, because I am building walls. I'm going to put that here. And then let's go ahead and build some man-at-arms. Only 75 gold per. We can get this slinger up to crossbowman. And why not go for nationalism? That's fine with me. Get some cores. Ah, and we can purchase as well another Gurkha. 600. Great. That one is much closer to the front lines. All right, Kalayak can get a new district. Let's go straight as well for an industrial zone here. Excellent. I have 7 envoys. Holy. No, I did not realize that. Are we going all in for culture here? I get Antananarivo to really help our culture. Anything else that would be very powerful? Zanzibar would be really nice for the amenities. Our amenity situation is not good. Cahokia as well, possibly. Muscat, a little bit. Not as good. Gazagamu, that would be interesting. That would mean I would have to buy my Gurkhas way over here to get the discount, which is far from where I need them, so maybe no rush on that. Vilnius, no. Mohenjo-Daro, don't really care. Just maybe to get the culture from the art museums and such, which will be applied later. I'm going to work on Zanzibar. Let's go ahead and take it. Great. We'll finally incorporate this territory right kind of in the middle of our Nepalese territory. You know, it'll better incorporate it so we can go through it that area very much more easily. Pantanal in Zimbabwe. Now that grants marsh tiles a standard adjacency bonus for all specialty districts. All right. I don't know if Zimbabwe has any marsh tiles, but that's a marsh tile. But he's not making use of it. AI will do AI things. All right. So we have 28 turns, 29, 28 turns to capture Anshan, but I have no need to rush this war or like wrap it up. It's a justified war, so people don't care that I'm at war. And I would love to get these Gurkhas promoted to that diplomatic level, that diplomatic promotion that I've heard tell about. They currently have 40 strength, which is worse than a man-at-arms, but that'll change in 4 turns when I finish this armory. Then they'll go up and probably be like kind of musketman level. America's doing some damage. Or like fighting at least, not really doing much damage, but they have troops there. Who else is involved? Mapuche? Oh, I feel bad for Mapuche. It may have actually been the barbarians that raised the city that was here, not Byzantium as I had thought. God, look at this. Byzantium is struggling too from the same marauders out here. Okay, but that would be a good source. If I could send my Gurkhas down afterwards, if I conclude these wars, potentially a source of a little bit of XP. Okay. First thing first, Gurkha. Actually, there are no units here. I just need to get the Gurkha in here to attack the city. This will be should be really easy to take. Yeah, let's go ahead and just start plowing down on that until they get walls. My battering ram is ages away. All right, let's get an envoy with Kamasi. Might as well increase our hold over that city-state. All right, I think we finally reached the end of the land here. I thought it was over here, but there's this whole empire on this peninsula out here. Actually quite close to Mapuche. The ocean on this map's not that big. Alright, I think we could actually just capture this city right now. Yeah, we can, but I want to do that with the Gurkha. I want to see how much experience we get from a single attack. So instead, I'm going to just promote this Genevan man-at-arms. Go for battle cry, sure. All right, we got our first set of Renaissance walls done. Now this will give us 2 diplomatic favor per walls. So that can stack up quite quickly, especially considering that we're only getting, you know, a little, like 16 diplo favor right now. You know, 2 is quite a lot. All right. Now if we look at the city-state emergency, there are ranks here. There's gold, silver, and bronze. I believe that's new with the mod. And it's based on how many units you kill, attacking cities. Yeah, here it says, keeping units in your target's territory, attacking cities, and killing target units. So there is a ranked score, but we are doing very well. America has a little bit. So as long as we are gold, we'll get the gold and silver tier rewards, which is 6 diplomatic victory points, which is the most you can get from any action in the game. Wow, America has its unique Rough Rider already. That's like I think it's an industrial era unit. All right, we got a great scientist. 3 Eurekas? Sure, I'll take that. I would really like Isaac Newton. That would be great. So I'll keep an eye out for that. All right, now we can capture this, I believe. Let's do 1 attack with the crossbowman first. Notice that we are getting +3 now from the Asal Hindustan ability. So we're in the Renaissance era. And here goes the Gurkha. Let's see how much XP we get from that. I don't know how. I guess we got 15? I don't know. But we leveled up. That's something. And we are going to liberate. So we get 100 diplo favor. And then we would get a bunch of grievances removed if we had grievances. So it's sometimes fun to like conquer a city, get some grievances, and then liberate, but that's fine. Just because it removes the grievances you get. All right, liberate that, and that'll end the emergency next turn, I believe. The other thing that's great about it is Anshan is now immediately our suzerain with 6, or we're immediately its suzerain with 6 envoys. I think I had like 1 or 2 there before. So this really works out well for us. And look at that. The unique bonus is so perfect for our civ. We're going to have so many great works of writing. All right. Economics, ballistics, and square rigging boosted. Great. I'll take it. And they're fantastic strategic resource tile. That did quite a bit of damage to our man-at-arms. I don't know how. Oh, it only lost 19 HP. Not so bad. Alright, we got 3 era score from successfully completing that. And then we also get 6 diplo points. So where are we at now? We are currently in the lead with 9. Not a ton, but that's great. Yep, 6 for emergencies. And then this is another, this aid request is another guaranteed 4 in 6 turns. And let's level up this Gurkha. Let's see what it has. So it looks like the one I was talking about, the +1 diplo favor and envoy token points per turn, or 1% envoy token points per turn, is the 2nd tier. So the 1st tier, we can get either Gurkhali reserves, heals at the end of every turn, even after moving or attacking. That's very powerful. Or just a straight +7 combat strength. I'm going to go for the reserves. Keeping it alive, it would be amazing. And it is now at 55 combat strength. Yep, because of we finished the armory here in Bharatapura. So this is a very good unit now, equivalent to a musket man, which also has 55 combat strength. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these units down here while I have professional army slotted in. And we can't make peace with Theodora for another several turns, but I don't really want to. Yeah, 10 turns. Instead, I'd rather try and get as many Gurkhas as possible. We can get a new one right now and level them up. I'm just going to draw my other units back and bring my Gurkhas forward. All right, I have another governor title. little extra faith would be all right. Nothing super jumping out to me. I think I'm going to just go for the faith right now. We get 2 faith for every specialty district in the city that the cardinal is posted to. So we want to put it in the largest city that doesn't have the educator in it, because obviously that's more important. We want the educator in the tallest city, and then cardinal in the next tallest. Put him in Lahana. We still need professional army in. Anything else we can upgrade? We can upgrade this unit here. Let's do that. This one potentially, but I think we're good for right now. Let's take that out, put lines back up here, and get, I think, Merchant Confederation back in. More gold, it's great. My other yields are doing just fine. All right, time for you to move, Kagwana. I love this gorgeous farmland up here. It's so beautiful. With that science and extra production. And Rome finally admits that I have a big empire. Thank you, Rome. I agree. Okay, so Meroe is kind of the end of Nubia. There we go. Perfect. 2 turns from Patala Palace. I'm not even looking if anyone else is building it. I'm just hoping that goes through. Teddy got Leo da Vinci. Filippo is up next. Do I want to save up some gold or faith to buy that? I have Oracle, so it is cheaper with faith. My faith, I want to... Maybe I'll save up some gold. I'll see if I can bear to do that. Don't have other urgent things to buy in the meantime. We'll see. Alright, I got 3 Gurkhas here. And a new city. Sundara. Yeah. We did not get the extra charges on the builder because I have serfdom removed, unfortunately. Forgot about that. I'd immediately like to buy a tile, so I don't know if I'll... But I also want to save up for the great person. What am I going to do? I can be patient here. Let's just build a monument. Hey, the city of Rosvi. Didn't know that was a city. There it is. Patala Palace. That grants us 1 diplo victory point, but also a diplomatic policy slot, which is very useful. That's equal to a lot of yields. Every policy slot generally is very powerful. Let's see what we can slot in there now that we have an extra. Do we still need Praetorium? How is the... Loyalty on here is doing fine. If we remove 2 from there, that's okay. Merchant Confederation in there, and then my second diplo policy. I think influence points is what I want, because that gets multiplied by 50%, so that's really 3 influence points. And then we have another wildcard slot. Let's try out Republican Legacy. It looks like we actually are starting to get some happy cities, so let's see if this affects that at all. Yeah. Yes, that's very good. And that's additional 10% to all my yields in a few cities. So that's really, really useful. Dessa is technically under siege. That's interesting. All right, so this Gurkha now, again, it's in foreign land and on a foreign continent. Or enemy territory on a foreign continent. So it should be getting plus 100% experience. We'll see how that works. Again here. I guess we'll work now towards industrialization. I did just rush towards sanitation, which is kind of weird. But I kind of want to build this Orsagas. LSDB is next to a river. And it will give me a ton of diplo favor, which is great. Now, my production is still low. Even in my most productive city, it's only 43 production per turn. Maybe I'm going to spend some time actually improving that by building some infrastructure here, some production infrastructure. Only 3 turns for an industrial zone. And then maybe I can get like finish the dam as well. I can also pop down another district here, which I should do. Keep in mind, this will also give me, just building the industrial zone will give me 6 great engineer points per turn, thanks to Oracle and grants. I'd like a commercial hub. You know, I think I actually am going to put it here and sacrifice the opportunity for an aqueduct there, just because I don't want to get rid of this mine, the production from that. All right, our loyalty is actually doing fine, just fine in Pokhara. We could probably remove the other Limitane, I think is the policy. All right, we have another regular World Congress session. And I do want more culture bombs for myself. I think I won that one last time pretty easily. And then I'd also like an extra trade route capacity. I'm actually going to vote pretty hard in these. I do have more Diplo favor than anyone else. I think this one will probably be a little harder to get than the other one. So let's put like 280. Let's 8 votes into that one. And hopefully we can get both of them. We did it. We got both. So that means we get 2 Diplo victory points. No. Oh, it says 3 because we built Patala Palace last turn. But yeah, we're now on 12. So 1 from Wonders. We missed the 2 on Mahabodhi. That's all right. 6 from Emergencies and 5 from Congress participation. Another change to note with the Diplomatic Victory Rebalanced mod is that the tech at the end of the tech tree and the civic at the end of the civic tree, which normally do give you 1 diplomatic victory point each, not the very last one, but one of the ones earlier on, now give you 2. So that's another little balancing thing, but it makes it, you know, important for you to try and get both your science, kind of focus on both science and culture to claim those 4 Diplo victory points. They are building Renaissance walls here. I think I want to, I hope it doesn't die. Let's just attack here, see how much, we got 6 XP. That's not a ton. How much do we need? We need like 24 more. Okay, I don't love that. I'd really be rather attacking units to get experience. I can also now purchase another settler with faith. I would love to do that. And I have tons of gold. Oh yeah, I'm saving up for Brunelleschi. Need 3,000 around for that. So we'll save. Okay, yeah, we can remove Limitane and probably put Craftsman. Yeah, that'll be good. Although I could go for Raid. Actually, Raid would be kind of fun. I don't know if it's the right play, but getting extra yields from pillaging is always nice. We can pillage some stuff here with these units. Doesn't give us like diplomatic grief or anything like that. If anything, it'll make Zimbabwe like us more because we're a pillager. Let's see what happens. Hopefully my Gurkha can hold up to 16 HP and the Courser doesn't attack, so we're all right. So I just sit here, maybe pillage that tile for our health. Let's pillage also this. 372 gold from a mine. Like, sure, give me. That'll help us get to that Brunelleschi gold faster. Okay, now this settler, where am I going? Where do I want to settle? Up here by the volcano, out here in the far east? Actually, that is a new continent. That is Nuna, which would give us spices and silver. I may already have access to those from like city-states or something, but it doesn't look like I do if we look at this list at the top here. So maybe actually getting a settlement on this eastern coast wouldn't be such a bad idea. It can really spread out. But I definitely want to come the safe way, inland, to get there. I just gave America, I think, 5 gold per turn for open borders. Don't know if that was worth it, but I am making 250 per turn. Hattusa is sieged. Who are they at war with? Oh, me and the other members of the late emergency. Hey, we got era score from a splendid industrial zone. Yes, that's really nice. That'll be plus, oh no, we don't have, that'll be plus 10 and even better. Oh, that'll be great. That'll be a natural plus 7 once we get this dam in. And then if we get craftsmen in, that'll go up to plus 14, doubling that. All right, Maya has declared war on Muscat. That's way down here. That is very, very far away. I might, if they capture it, I might be able to declare an emergency for it. I technically have friendly relations with Muscat, but I don't know if I'd be able to get my military down there in time. But it'd be worth trying if that comes up. Looks like there might be another World Congress session happening next, or at the end of this term too. We'll see what that's about if we get invited to that. All right, bring all the Gurkhas here. All right, finished an art museum in Lahana. Do we have an artist sitting around? We do, but that's the one that gives appeal. Get another artist soon. Just gonna go ahead and build a university.
Spartiates kaloseisan, Karteros, Iskouros, Andreios.
Yes, Greece now likes me because I'm at war. I have such good relationships with everyone. Even Byzantium likes me if we weren't at war. Okay, special session and to natural disaster. Okay, interesting. So this is with Theodora. Now, because we're at war, we will be getting negative points towards this every turn. But I think it's still worth joining. It's 4 points. If I can send them gold, I might have to send them a boatload. It's still worth joining. Now, because everyone hates Theodora, I might actually have to invest a little bit into this. I'm going to go ahead and give it a full 100 diplomatic favor, because I feel like other people will be voting down for it. It did pass. Some people did vote down on it. And, okay, we won the one against Nubia. But there are a few, okay, Rome and Zimbabwe are in on this with Theodora, and they are not at war with her. I am. So I start off with minus 30. So maybe making peace with her sooner rather than later is a good idea. I want to level up these units, but it's going to be a balancing act of how long do I want to stay at war with her to get experience versus making peace and not losing out on this competition. Let's definitely pillage while we can. Even going to just pillage rather than promote my crossbowmen. Extra faith is very welcome. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and use that faith to purchase an amphitheater here and get some more of these beautiful great works of writing. Giving us so many yields. Also just building up walls in a bunch of my cities to get... The housing is secondary, but mainly to get towards Renaissance walls for the diplomatic favor. More pillaging. Excellent. I'd really like some units to come out and meet us. She doesn't have many. So if I'm not going to be getting experience, once I do some pillaging here, I'm probably just going to, look at all that gold, just call it quits. Don't really plan on taking the city. I mean, I could get some grievances. Wow, Granada's losing loyalty? Is that real? Rare to see a city-state actually losing loyalty. Matotipila is here, giving us cheaper naturalists. That's interesting. What city is it in? It's in Edessa. Maybe I do want to take this city if I can. Now, in order to take the city, we only have 4 turns left on the Genevan troops. I could re-levy them, but I should also probably buy a siege tower, because these are medieval walls. Still at the moment, medieval walls. I'm going to do that. Buy a... Oh, we can't, because we unlock medics. See, that's the thing. That's what that's why I always try and get the battering ram early, because usually you unlock siege towers and are unable to get the battering ram. But now I can't even get the siege tower anymore. That's unfortunate. So we're going to have to rely on siege, ranged siege. I can buy Filippo. I'm going to do that. Don't know what wonder that's for, but we'll find one. Maybe Orsog has. Okay, we've got another set of Renaissance walls. Beautiful. Yeah, just attacking with our Gurkhas isn't going to do anything to the walls. We need something else. I do have a trebuchet here. I could buy another one. Bombards would be better. What is interesting is the lack of mines in Rosby territory. They got one here. They have a quarry here, but very few mines, considering that they're giving that the mines and quarries. If you watch my last series, you know that Rosby gets gold from mines and quarries. Kind of like a weaker version of Nepal's ability. Still a great civ, though. Just a different focus. Yeah, Greece is now on good terms with me. This is amazing. We're from all these embassies, we're getting a lot of diplo favor. Yeah, 4 from delegations, 1 from embassies. All right, time to retreat this crossbowman. I guess I'll level this one up for probably going towards incendiaries. Be nice. Okay, there is actually a Byzantine knight down here. I'd like to get the Gurkha to attack it. Alright, we finished our harbor in Mahendranagar. Industrial zone, great. It's a +4, even without any of the hydraulic districts, the dams and aqueducts. If I put a dam here, then this would become a +4 as well, but this could get even better though. If I put a dam here and then a mine on this tile, this would be a +5. Maybe I'll do that. Dam. Industrial zone. Yeah. But first I want the lighthouse. I have trade route capacity. I need to buy some traders. Keep just forgetting about it. Where can I still trade with a city-state that has a trade quest? Cahokia is the only one left that I can actually trade with. Valletta also wants one. I can send it from Mahendranagar, so let's do that. I need a bit more gold, but I can get it with faith actually, because we are in a monumentality age. Now, the Orsog has the parliament building, Hungarian parliament building. I am going to place that. Guess I will remove this mine here. I just like the farms are just too beautiful to remove them. I'm gonna pop that down, and let's see. I am gonna use Filippo there, but first I'd like to get the wonder production card in. So I'm actually gonna just keep working on the dam for now. Look at Rome. They have really filled in this land here. Lots of settlements. How many cities do they have? 16 cities. I only have 14 still. Wow. Okay, the knight is here. I can attack it with this Gurkha. This one, it's going to take a while to get all the way over there. But let's do that. It's a minor defeat, unfortunately, even with all my boosts. But that's because of river defense and Byzantium's taxes trait. But let's still do it. Let's see, we get, we got 8 XP that time. That's pretty good. We need 15 to get to level 2. And we want to get it to level 3s to get that diplomatic stuff going. It'd be fun if we can really get these Gurkhas working for us diplomatically. It's a really clever idea for a unit. We just can't let them die. And I am chipping away at the fortifications on this city. Let's send a trade route now to Cahokia, getting us envoy there. I could have waited and plugged in Diplomatic League. Oh well. And I am just kind of becoming blasé about it, but the tile yields still, at this point in the game, are so powerful. They've been just boosting, just supercharging my empire this whole game. All this faith, all this gold, that you just get for free, just by settling in mountains and next to rivers. This is a beautiful Nepal, with this mountain range here and the lowland river here. It kind of reminds me of Nepal in real life, right? At the edge of the Gangetic Plain and the edge of the Himalayas. It's really neat. I enjoy it a lot. We lost Kumasi. Can't let that happen. We do have 3 envoys, though, so let's immediately reclaim them. Great. We've got 1 turn left on the Genevan troops. That's fine. We can get those back. Ooh, okay. The courser came out. And as much as I want to just kill it right away, I want to do it with my Gurkhas. Ugh, none of them are in the right spot. Oh my god. And we got a settler to steal here. I'll do that. Thank you. That is very useful. And I'm going to use my trebuchet to fire on the city center. Unlocked urbanization. So I am now going to slot in craftsmen. No, I wanted, well, I do want craftsmen. There are a lot of, I want skyscrapers though as well. I'm going to actually take out natural philosophy for skyscrapers. And then craftsman is going to replace raid, I think. It's just, yeah. I don't need raid right at this moment. I do want to pillage, but too many options, and craftsman is so very good. Okay, so now that I have skyscrapers in for the wonder production, let's put Orsagas back in the production. Oops. Back into the production next in line, and we will use Filippo. And that shaved off 7 turns right there, and we got another charge. So even though I'm not concerned about the AI getting this wonder, just getting it earlier just gives you more yields, more diplomatic favor because you have it for longer. It's hard to chase down the knights with my Gurkhas, and we lost Genevan troops. I think I'm going to immediately re-levy them. It's very affordable. My Gurkhas just need to, getting these cavalry units with the Gurkhas, it's hard to catch up to them. Lalitapura now has a really great infrastructure going, really strong. Just going to go ahead and throw down this second charge of Filippo, and only 3 turns left on the Orsaghaz. Perfect. And now I need Kathmandu to move again so I can get my settler through. Let me just buy this tile. There we go. Hey! Dumbo likes me because I pillage. Yep. Glad that's all working well. Mapuche finally founded a religion. Now this will be interesting. This is something to keep an eye on, considering that it is right here, right next to this massive orthodoxy. If, and it's a pretty decent chance, if Byzantium converts Mapuche's new holy city, we might be able to trigger an emergency on that, a religious emergency, which I think I could respond to. That would be great. Okay, Gurkhas. The Gurkhas are, okay, perfect. We should probably get both of these. Do I want to attack? If this one would kill it, fine. But we would miss out on the experience from this one. Now this one, I could attack first this one, which wouldn't kill it, but it would make this Gurkha be very close to death. And I don't want to risk that, actually. Let's just attack with this one here. Oh, it didn't actually kill it. Oh, I still could attack, but now if I put my Gurkha here, it's going to be in range of both of these cities' attacks. I really don't want to lose a Gurkha. I think they're too valuable, so I'm not going to do that. And I've got 976 gold. How much for another trebuchet? 800? Sure. I would like to capture Odessa. I actually, because I technically have grievances against them, I forgot about that because they captured Anshan. I should probably be able to capture this kind of for free. By free, I mean without diplomatic repercussions. It could trigger an emergency against me, but hopefully I could vote that down. Here in Lahana, I could work on Forbidden City. Is anyone building Forbidden City? That is such a good wonder. No one is that I know of, and I've discovered a lot of the world, so I am going to try that out. This would be a very good Gar right up here. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's the best one. within range of this city. And it is hills. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and buy that tile. Can't yet. That's fine. Guess I'll just work on walls for now. Funny little Mayan city down here. Can I use this settler as bait? That's always something fun to do. I don't think I can this turn. I'll just pop it here and see what happens. But I don't think they can reach me from there. Nubia and Greece have founded new cities. Rome has founded a new city. Wow, everyone's founding new cities. Just reading this log on the left here. Okay. Ooh! Byzantium has a musketman now. My Gurkhas should be able to take them on. Not this one. This one's struggling. I might need to pull that one back. Technically a minor defeat, just from being damaged, plus, like, you know, deity bonuses and taxes and all that. Let's see if I can't improve that by doing some flanking here. Minor victory now. Get 8 XP there. Beautiful. Yeah. Great. Another 8 XP. We're getting there. Just trying to farm XP. Okay, we got a great musician now. We're far from getting anywhere to actually put that music. Put it in the palace if I build another amphitheater, which I have faith. Jeez, I have a lot of faith. I should use it. What am I doing? Yes. Purchase an amphitheater there. And I'm going to go ahead and rework some of this great writing. That way I can immediately get music in my capital. Anywhere else I can buy an amphitheater with faith. I can't do it in this city because it's not following my religion. I think everywhere else with it. No, I can get one here in Bharat Apura. Let's do that. I do have a lot of faith. That is great. I do also want to get another settler. I know I just stole one. I'm going to get another one. I still have a lot of land. Crappy land, but land nonetheless. Greece is coming up here to settle. Sure. Just settled a city there. Rome is settling formerly Aztec land. They are losing it to loyalty. Who else settled? Nubia settled a new city as well. Oh, way up at the top here. Fine. All right, I'm going to go ahead and buy this city. I mean, this tile now, so that I can slap down that +4 gar. Great. Ooh, I just realized that this Gurkha is a danger from the Satusa, which I am at war with. That could be bad. How much health does it have? 28? That could kill it. Hopefully it survives and I can pillage next turn to heal. It survived. Good. Barely. It was at what? It was at like 20 something. Now it's at 8. And we got the Orsog Haas. Normally a pretty terrible wonder, but 15 pop as well. But with this Diplo Victory mod, going for Diplo Victory, every bit of Diplo favor I can get is worthwhile. And we're just trying to increase this number as much as possible. It gets really important, the Diplo favor in the late game, because when the mod creator, and this is part that I'm not sure is needed, mod creator decided that when the AI can vote, make a player lose Diplo points, they lose 4. I think it's 4, which is a huge number. Makes it so that you can no longer vote against yourself in order to kind of combat the losing. You actually have to just invest a ton of Diplo favor, like I mean thousands of Diplo favor, to try and actually go for the positive side, outweigh all the people voting against you. So Diplo favor is very important, way more important than in the base game, which is cool because it's a, you know, it's a rare resource, something usually people just sell from gold. All right, definitely going to heal up. I would like raid in here, but that'll have to do. 50 instead of... Oh, but there are a bunch of units down here. Okay, I'm a little scared, actually, all of a sudden. I might lose some of these units. Byzantium does have a, you know, not a great military, but There are some forces down here, especially with Hattus's help. Definitely is not just like a free walk in the park. I can use this man-at-arms for a little bit of support bonus. Sinope has disappeared. The Byzantine city that was here, and I'm sure that was thanks to the barbarians, not Mapuche. Okay, my city, my Gurkha is still alive, that's good. It is still in danger though. 7 turns till the end of the Renaissance. Yeah, this area down here has been just ravaged by this barbarian camp. Cities razed, just... Mapuche is really struggling. Okay, we got a promotion on this Gurkha. Excellent. That is going to make it quite a bit safer. I am going to actually just move it this way here and promote. Again, I think I just want to go for Gurkha reserves. It's so powerful and so useful for keeping it alive. I'm going to put a campus here. With Terra Mirabilis mod, by the way, all specialty districts get a +1 adjacency bonus from all natural wonders. I haven't actually checked how this Gurkha reserves works. Oh, I got another promotion there. Great. Let's see. This unit is currently at 49 health. Let's see how that works next turn after healing. Ooh, I have lots of gold and faith. I have to remember to actually use it. Let's get... Okay, traders. Of course I want traders. Let's do some more from the capital now. I think we've kind of maxed out our envoys from trade routes, so I'm just going to get a few traders in the capital. And then with my gold, maybe I should pop serfdom back in now and get some more builders again. Or I guess it's called public works now. Don't think it's worth taking Republic and Legacy out. Skyscrapers? Yeah, maybe. I am building a wonder here, but that's alright. I'd rather get the builders. I guess I don't really need the culture. By the way, aesthetics does not affect faith. Whoa, okay, what happened? What did I lose? Man-at-arms and a settler captured. As long as it's not a Gurkha. The settler was captured. That was kind of my thought process. It was kind of on purpose. No, it was on purpose. Okay, let's go ahead and get this promotion. Unification. And let's see how it works. And this unit, by the way, it only healed 5. So I guess Gurkha reserves isn't quite as good as I thought it was. Actually, 5 is normal, because I'm in enemy territory. I guess that's just like the normal fortification healing bonus that it's getting. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It healed 5. But yeah, let's go for unification. We currently are getting 24 favor per turn. Next turn, we will have these completed. Let's see, but we are currently getting 24. Let's see if this actually works. We're also currently getting 13.5 influence points per turn. Now that'll go up by 1%, which is a tiny little amount. Okay, 25 diplomatic favor per turn, so that is working, I think, yeah. And this 13.5 influence points per turn. Wait, 1% would be like what? 0.1. Very small amount, but I think if we get a few of them, that'll start to be worth it. I hope. A bunch of envoys again. Maybe Cahokia would be kind of fun. Might start working towards Cahokia. Can't take it just yet. But getting some mounds for more envoys would be fun. Would be good. Eight more experience for that Gurkha. Perfect. I'm worried about this man-at-arms here. I guess I'll just fortify. These units are powerful. Alright, now we just want to do regular city-state trades. Beautiful trade with Anshan and trade route with Zanzibar for tons of culture. We are getting almost 300 culture per turn now. Oh, wow. Okay, I just realized that America's sending a trade settler all the way out here. They might beat us to it. And I don't think we're going to be able to take that city with loyalty pressure. Yeah, 5 healing. Okay, we got industrialization. That revealed coal to us. There's coal underneath Kageshwari, that's fine. Core underneath that gar, that's fine. Underneath that gar, fine. Core coal that can be improved there, great. And coal that can be improved there. Excellent. We lost Kumasi again. Don't like that. Let's just get them back. Another special section of the Congress is coming up. Looking at the current competition, yeah, we're down almost 400 points here, but no one else is getting involved in it. So if we make peace before this is over in 18 turns, we could technically still win this. And I do plan to make peace as soon as I take Edessa. I would actually like to take Edessa now. Take the settler back. And we can kill this courser with this Gurkha. Oh, almost. Crossbowman will finish him off. But we did get a promotion there, our first promotion on that one. So with industrialization, all our mines got better. Production just gets better and better. I think now we could improve our military. I'm not really that concerned about it so much. I actually think steam power is something I want to get. The +2 movement for embarked units can be very valuable if you need to get to far off corners of the map with your troops. Being able to go over water with a lot of movement is very nice. Still have so many great writers just hanging around and not enough room for all of them. Let's get, we finally got a regular great artist. Let's get that going. Michelangelo. And we're getting more lighthouses, which means more traders. Aha, we can purchase an amphitheater in this city soon. Let's get this industrial zone slapped down. That is going to make, wow, that is going to be so good. But first, I'm going to finish the aqueduct in Pokhara. All right, this Gurkha actually, now that it has unification, I probably should just try and keep it alive rather than improving its experience at this point. Another special session. Oh! Wow! Okay, Trajan has captured Chalco, and we have been invited here. Now, Trajan captured Chalco in the classical era, I believe. That was ages ago. That was so long ago. But now, finally, the emergency popped up, and we are invited to join it. Now, this is something to think about. Look at these units. Rome has a big military. They have, actually it's only 607 strength. Maybe this is most of it right here. But it is advanced. If I want to go after them, I need to improve my military. Gurkhas are not going to cut it. Steam power is not going to help me get there faster. So actually I should go down here, but I am going to try and put this through because we can at least give it a shot. Now, Rome does have some kind of friends, so I'm going to put quite a bit. I'm going to put another 100 in there, and let's see what happens. It happened. And also, fortunately, I didn't get another one of these funny situations, which happened in my last series, where Byzantium joined the same emergency, forcing us to be at peace right before I captured a city. That was funny. Fortunately, that did not happen this time, and I'm still at war with Byzantium, but a bunch of people joined in on Rome now. Yeah, Nubia, Greece, me, Zimbabwe, and Maya. So all of Rome's neighbors are now at war with him. Hopefully that'll wear down his military a little bit by the time that my units actually get there. Okay, I do have units here, but they need to be upgraded. This is a lot. This is very exciting. I'm very happy about this. I have units on the front line here that can be improved, but I need to like research gunpowder To get musketmen, I need to get to military science, really, and beyond. I have the niter for it, to get those good melee units. I'm getting a lot of faiths. I can buy more Gurkhas, which is what I want to do. This is excellent. Also, 4 turns. 4 turns until the industrial era, and we are in the same boat as before. We are about to get a dark age. But maybe we go for a purposeful dark age this time, because I really don't think I can pull it off again. All this talk of building up a military, but I had forgotten, we have one right here. Kumasi's got musketmen already. No need to research them when I could just buy them for 625 gold, or rent them, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That'll get me into the medium age, because I levied troops on Rome's borders. Now, these still aren't going to be able to fight off this line infantry corps by themselves. But at least it's a force that I can upgrade and use to start carefully whittling down some of Rome's defenses. Also, Zanzibar as well. Zanzibar has a cuirassier. This would be something that would be worth levying as well. Alright, but I'm not going to give up on Edessa. Now, something else to note, though. Edessa only has 4 population, and it'll go even lower when I capture it. And with all these golden ages around me, I might not be able to hold on to this city. Maybe the next era will change that, but probably not. I doubt Byzantium is going any lower than a medium age, if that. Yeah, I think America's definitely going to beat me to it, unless they fiddle around here for some reason. Going to have to redirect this settler. Other things I have been thinking about. One, I didn't use a Kumari Devi over here. I probably should have, even though there weren't a ton of units to kill. But I should get one when I start really attacking Rome. That would be fun to get some great the unique support unit that gives great people points from kills. They're quite cheap, but they only have a lifespan of 15 turns. The other thing is that this whole military I have over here would literally take the entire duration of the emergency just to get over to Chalco. Now these units here, I should have started moving them already. I don't know if I'll be able to get them there, but I can try. At least they're kind of halfway across my empire. How about this unit? This warrior's just sitting there. Probably forgot about him ages ago. Alright, we can capture Edessa anytime, I think. Ooh, okay. They got line infantry. I'm going to try this Kukuri Mastery, this +7 combat strength. Try that out as well. There's Cincinnati. Okay, America did found a city. It is technically losing loyalty somehow from Byzantium. I could settle a city up here, take the coal and the silver, and maybe put more pressure on Cincinnati. That would be funny. I mean, I'm already out here. I might as well just kind of explore around, see if it's somewhat worthwhile. I just want to keep these alive in the face of all this pressure here. I should move them back, probably. Yeah, I really need to level up. I need to get to military science as fast as I can. Alright, now I am going to levy Zanzibar's troops by having sold that tobacco to America. Have enough money. And I'm thinking we have 2 turns left of this era, and this is our last 2 turns of monumentality. I think rather than trying to make a desperate plea for however much era score I need to get a golden age, 13, this time I really am just going to buy some final settlers and builders with faith for the final, it's the last time it's possible in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a builder here in my surveyor city. I'm going to buy a trader with faith in my capital and a settler. We can do that next turn. We'll get a settler in our steward city. Now I can also build another district, specialty district in the capital. And really the only 2 options are the entertainment complex and the encampment. Now, of course, I could build a preserve and garden, or garden. They are mutually exclusive in a city. But really, this city is not set up for them, neither for the adjacency that I can get. I mean, I technically could put a garden in this tile. Gardens can go adjacent to the capital, unlike preserves. I mean, can go adjacent to the city center, and it would give adjacency to these two tiles. Additionally, gardens and preserves with the mods I have installed give great people points, which is a thought process. It's why I'm not eager to build an entertainment complex here, because entertainment complexes do not give great people points at all. And this city is all about great people point generation with the educator, with the oracle. But I think what I'm going to do first is pop down an encampment. This encampment will give me 6 great general points per turn. Now, I don't know if that will be enough to actually catch me up with the AI's great general generation, but it's a start. I can now also finally get working on an industrial zone in Chandragiri, and this will become quite the industrial valley here. It actually reminds me quite a bit of Kathmandu in real life. I've never been to Nepal, but I've heard tell that people that arrive in Kathmandu expecting some mystical mountain paradise are shocked by the fact that it feels like a massive valley, and you can't even see the mountains because of the pollution and just the massiveness of the city. And so that's what I'm kind of seeing here with this. I imagine all these industrial zones pretty soon in the industrial era are going to start polluting quite a bit and filling up this mountain valley with a lot of smog. So it feels very on brand there. And we can really take this city anytime now. And I think there's no reason to delay. I'm starting to get worried about Byzantium's troops, their technology here, the line infantry. So I'm just going to go ahead and capture the city with a Gurkha there. Now, loyalty is a problem. -11, not quite as bad as I feared. I'm going to go ahead and put the cardinal straight there into there, and maybe also purchase a monument. Help out. Now, of course, converting it to my religion would fix the problem entirely. But I think that's good enough for right now. Maybe we can do that in the near future. Now, obviously, we do get a +5 loyalty in the city because it has a garrison unit while I'm at war. But what I really want to do is make peace. I was thinking maybe I could capture some more cities, but this is fine for now, and I want to be able to get some, that's fine, 29 gold per turn. I want to be able to get those diplo points from this emergency. Not this one, from this aid request. I need to give her at least 500 gold to make up for the deficit, but I'm willing to do that for my win condition here. Another thing I should do is I have envoys, and this Kumasi army I feel is quite important. And Trajan is only 1 envoy away from flipping that for me. So I'm going to just put a couple of safety envoys into Kumasi. They don't do anything for me right now, but they do help me, give me a little bit of breathing room in case Trajan tries to flip this city-state away from me. And there we get a coal mine. We are already getting lots of coal per turn, but the tile yields again from God of Craftsmen are still very appreciated. And there are barbarians out here. Maybe there's a bit more land here than I thought. I'll see if I can sneak a settlement in here on the coast. We'll just have a look. Teddy's insulting me for my research, and I'm really feeling it. Even though I am second on science per turn, my military tech is behind, and I need to improve that quickly if I'm going to have a chance at liberating Chalco. Look at these line infantry corps. My military, these levied troops don't stand a chance at the moment. Now I can make some corps. I have access to nationalism, and I could even get mobilization here if I make a couple of corps. Now the problem is you can't corps levied troops, but I could corps troops like these crossbowmen. In fact, they even do have 2 different promotions, so it would be useful to combine them together to put both those promotions on a single unit. If I could do that 2 more times, I could boost mobilization. Like, I could core these trebuchets. That would be useful. Let me just quickly give this trebuchet grape shot, and that way, yep, both promotions go on there. I just need to core 2 more units. Like maybe these 2 crossbowmen. Problem is right now it takes so long for me to get my troops around my empire. Gonna get 1 more builder. Final builder with monumentality there, with the discount. And I could core these Gurkhas together, but that kind of defeats the purpose of holding them around for the Diplo favor. Because combining them together will, basically having as many Gurkhas as possible increases the amount of Diplo favor I get per turn. Let's get 1 more glorious trade route, Kumasi-style trade route from the capital to a city-state, 10 culture on that one. Love to see it. We're making so much culture per turn. Got more coal up here near Mahendranagar. That's great. Greece is attacking Granada. They're dealing some damage to it. That might be another target of liberation in the future. Are any of my emergency mates attacking Rome yet? Not really. Maybe Nubia a little bit, but no one really has the military in place to do anything yet. All right, we are now in the industrial era and we have entered a normal age. Fortunately, so has America and Byzantium, so they won't be putting any additional pressure on my cities in the east there. What do I want to go for here? I think Heartbeat of Steam makes the most sense. Getting era score from factories and such would be useful. I do have a lot of industrial zones in progress. In terms of loyalty, let's see here. This looks like it's still the same, -2 per turn. That's okay. Bharatapura is losing loyalty, quite a lot, in fact. I can fix that with a governor. In fact, yeah, let's send the steward back over to the west to fix that problem. Beautiful. But I think we're going to leave it here because that is the end of the Renaissance era. I'm keeping these episodes to 1 era each. And the industrial era, this past episode, this has been great. We actually got invited to some diplomacy. By diplomacy, I mean war. Anshan was conquered and liberated, and we got a bunch of points for that. And now we are finally after the former Aztec Empire. If we can manage to liberate Chalco from Roman clutches, which it has, controlled for many hundreds of years at this point now, we could bring the Aztec Empire back from the dead, and that would be super exciting. I've been looking forward to this since that war began, classical or ancient era, whatever it was. Right now, our focus is on Rome. Maybe we'll go after Tenochtitlan later as well. Who knows, even though that emergency already happened. But thank you so much for watching. This has been so much fun. Things are really starting to heat up, and I'm very glad for it. We had this very comfortable start and this beautiful empire, and now it's time to put it to use and police the world. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.